All right, TV fans, let's take it to the limit one more time. Let's go back to 1982 this time around. There was something special about the early 80s. I know we tend to lump the 80s together, but there was something different and special about the early 80s. Maybe we'll see that in this one, maybe we won't. This one's from October of 82. We got the gals from Dynasty on the cover. Seems like Dynasty would have been fairly new in 82, but I'm not sure. All right, we got this useless guy writing an article as usual, but that's fine because we just skip those. But you got this Ford Escort wagon. Man, if you know the Escort, it was like the smallest car Ford made, so that's pretty funny and cool. Escort wagon with the full Woody and everything. Those are the days, folks. Riddle me this, big brains out there. How does this clunky wagon from 1982 give 42 miles to the gallon? And we can't do that now. I'll leave it at that. I don't want to trigger anybody. Little Gloria. Maybe we'll probably see what some of these are. And if you see my videos, some of these articles are kind of weird. And some of them are based on like shows or movies that are coming on this week. Say 25 cents on some light bulbs. I vaguely remember those misers. Check her out. She's looking pretty early 80s there. And that kind of looks like the dude from Young and the Restless, but it's not. Kmart's got some boots. Check it out. This is a Camaro Z28. Remember when we made cool cars like Z28? I guess they still do, but it's just, I don't know, they're kind of weird now. They feel like they're plastic. All right, let's get past these articles. Look at this fella. Not sure what mixed message they're giving us here. Is this guy supposed to be athletic yet smoking? Guess you can do it all. We could do it all in the 80s. Yeah, here's that thing. Looks like NBC's got a movie with Lucy Guthridge, or Gutteridge. Kinda, I think she might be familiar. Angela Lansbury, kind of hard to see there. All right, let's keep it rolling here. Pop rivets. It's a pretty specialized tool right there. Check out this HBO ad. Crystal Gayle in concert. How about it? Yay or nay, Crystal Gayle in concert? I mean, obviously yay. I don't even need to take a poll on that one. Keep it nice, safe, and bland. Oh, wow, look at this. Sears. Remember when you could walk in Sears and get some cool music in the electronics department or whatever? All right, Saturday morning, October of 82. Mork and Minnie, Laverne and Shirley cartoon. Sneak previews, movie reviews. Doesn't tell us which ones they're talking about this week, though. HBO is showing some movie called Green Ice with Ryan O'Neal and Ann Archer. I'm tuning in for Ann Archer in 1982. Don't have to think twice about that. Weekend special, The Puppy Saves the Circus. Sounds fun. Saturday during the day in October. If you guys remember Guys and Gals, They would have like ABC Wild World of Sports, CBS Sports Saturday. They'd have a mix of various sports. Looks like this one's got some boxing. Looks like this one's mostly boxing. And a report on Moses Malone of the 76ers. That's fun. You guys remember Moses Malone's nickname? Chocolate Thunder. You guys remember all these facts like I do, right? Just off the top of your head. Solid Gold, Tanya Tucker, KC, The Stray Cats, America, The Four Tops, Marilyn McCoo. So you could watch some cartoons, you could watch some old westerns, you could watch some Solid Gold. You could get your Avon catalog and look fabulous like these gals right here. Here is the Saturday night lineup. Walt Disney's coming on Saturday night, I guess. Blazing Saddles, Different Strokes, Silver Spoons, Give Me a Break, Love, Sydney, Devlin, Connection, TJ Hooker, Love Boat, Fantasy Island. That would be your Saturday night right there. Yeah, here goes some cool ads. Check this out. Epcot Center, the opening. Did it really open in the 80s? I always think of it as being there for a long time. $1 Billion City of the Future. Guest stars Drew Barrymore of E.T. That's fun. Marie Osmond. First Entertainment Pack. Ultimate Dream Come True. Yeah, I wonder if Epcot opened in 82 or around this time. Sorry to linger on this. Epcot. Experimental Prototype Community of Tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know. TJ Hooker. Terror on the Beach. Vicious gang threatens a beach community, and only a blind girl can give Hooker the key to their identity. Some show coming on at 6:30 called Pumpkin Who Couldn't Smile. Maybe a Halloween type deal? Yeah, it's about Halloween time here. Raggedy Ann and Andy as they try to unite a woebegone jack-o'-lantern and a lonely boy whose mean aunt won't let him have a pumpkin. Yeah, see, that kind of fun we had in the 80s, man. Raggedy Ann and Andy helping a lonely boy out. On Love Boat this week. Not any big guest star names there. And as you can see, if you remember, Fantasy Island would also have some cool guest stars every single week. People that would come to the island. Rue McClanahan. Yeah, there's a good ad for that. Look how great Madeline Kahn looks right there. Give Me a Break. The family's at its wit's end over visiting Grandpa Kinski's disruptive behavior. I didn't watch Give Me a Break, but I've seen a few episodes recently, and it seemed like a fun show. This Devlin Connection has Jack Scalia in it. Check it out. I think I've already gone through both of these for you. I think I've gone through all three of these for you guys, for the people, because you demanded it. Not really. Let's see what's coming on late Saturday night. Any kind of music type shows. Star Trek Saturday Night Live with Howard Hessman, Andy Kaufman. Rock group Men at Work. Hound of the Baskervilles is coming on. Don't see. I got Soul Train. They don't say who's on. All right. If it was on here, I'd have missed it. Sunday morning. You can watch Superman. Might be the one from the 50s, I don't know. I don't think it's a cartoon. You can watch Sergeant Preston Adventure Show. Some health show called House Call. Maybe talking about like doctor type stuff, maybe. I don't know. Guess they run the New York Marathon on October 24th of 82, I suppose, if it's live. So did Epcot open in the early 80s? Check this ad out right here. Sarah Dane, four-part TBS exclusive. So one of the cable channels is trying to make some good content. I don't know if it says who's in it. She was a woman of passion. Of course she was. Falsely branded a criminal. Her proud spirit drove her to forge her world of respect, wealth, and love. 8-hour gripping drama. Sounds pretty cool to me. Maybe we'll try to see who's in it. Comes on at 6:05. Get some Harlequin romances. Looks like Ripley's Believe It or Not is coming on Sunday night. Voyagers is coming on. I've talked about that before. I think that's a fun show. Man, they don't have a write-up. It just says Sarah Dane, so we don't know who's in it or anything. All right, let's see what's coming on Sunday night. Archie Bunker, Gloria, Jefferson's One Day at a Time. Chips is coming on. Little Gloria Part 1 is coming on. That's not the Sarah Dane thing. Matt Houston, All Creatures Great and Small. This is the little, that's that Little Gloria. We saw that earlier. So TJ Hooker's hanging out on the beach with some bikini chicks. Matt Houston's hanging out with some cheerleaders. I think these guys like to hang around the ladies. Yeah, it's too bad they didn't have a write-up on that other one. But here's the Little Gloria thing. Check out all these people. She married a Vanderbilt. So I guess the reason we're supposed to care about this person is because she married a rich person. Angela Lansbury, Christopher Plummer, Betty Davis. Lucy Guthridge is the main star. John Hellerman's in it. But they had a lot of good fun TV movies in the 80s. And quite a few in the 90s too. Big Red 1. There's a fun story about Robert Carradine tells when he met Lee Marvin. I just saw it on YouTube recently. So, Mark Hamill's in this Big Red 1. But yeah, Robert Carradine, it's not a great story, but it's just funny. Robert Carradine when he met Lee Marvin. Check out this radio-controlled Porsche for $9. 911 with the whale tail. So we've seen a Ford Escort that gets 42 miles a gallon. We got a whale tail over here. Any whale tail fans in the audience? Monday morning. Gilligan's Island. Richard Simmons got his own show. I Dream of Jeannie, Bullwinkle. Not a lot of cartoons. Got Bugs Bunny and Friends. I guess mid-80s was when the cartoons really kicked in. And the afternoon, Flintstones coming on. But a lot of these are coming on TBS, which a lot of people didn't have cable. I like this. Channel 26. Cartoons. Doesn't say what. You got Tom and Jerry. So cartoons, maybe that's Woody Woodpecker, maybe it's Popeye, who knows? You have to tune in and see. Here's Sarah Dane again, but they didn't tell us anything about it. They didn't even tell us who's in it. I guess we got to Google this ourselves. You guys let me know who's playing Sarah Dane. Is it a Danish person? No, I'm just joking. These are fun, but we can't, they're so small. We got Go-Go's over here. We got Toto, REO Speedwagon. The tiger. Here comes Garfield. I wonder if this was the first Garfield TV special. No, it says 1978. Yeah, I don't know. I'll read the write-up. So it's coming on at 6:30 on Monday night. I guess this is the write-up, but I don't want to read that whole thing. All right. Okay, so Monday night they got Peanuts and Garfield coming on. MASH, Newhart, Cagney and Lacey, Little House, That's Incredible, and a James Bond movie. That's how I should have known. Yeah, it's Great Pumpkin Time. This is probably 27th or something. So we love this. There's a great ad here. And then here's the Garfield thing. Television first. Yeah, maybe this was the first time. So maybe 78 was when the syndicated strip was created. Television first. Wow. So yeah, maybe we may not have known much about Garfield until, you know, this sort of mass media takeover. I mean, those of us, getting the paper and reading the funnies was definitely a thing in the 70s and 80s. So we, you know, as a kid, you definitely knew about Garfield. Some news show, I guess. Wow, check out these great ads, folks. I mean, come on. If you're a MASH fan, you probably cut this out and put it in your scrapbook. These ads are so great. So we know these shows. I don't even need to mention them, but fun ads. Hot Lips cracks whips down on your knees and scrub. Looks like she's making all the guys clean up or something. Oh, look at this awesome ad. So here's the second part of that Gloria. Yeah, you guys remember Moonraker? It had Jaws in it. Of course, it has some gal in it. Maybe we'll try to see who's in it. Which one's the Bond lady in that one? Who's your favorite Bond woman? Mine will always be that Spy Who Loved Me girl. I don't know her name, but I know she's a knockout. Louise Childs, maybe? Corinne Clary? All right. Wow, another great full-page ad. Man, this is always makes this much more fun, in my opinion. So we know Cagney and Lacey, but this is a great ad. Cop they respect is under fire. Desperate addict has an answer. Cagney and Lacey outwit him. Of course they will, because they're Cagney and Lacey, man. Oh, season premiere, how about that? So it didn't premiere till October of this year. All right. So that was Monday of '82. I guess Garfield premiered. I guess Epcot was created. Man, this is a significant year. Beverly Hillbillies. Something called Soap World Magazine. Looks like they interview some of the stars from the various soaps. So that'd be fun if you were a soap fan. Maybe One Day at a Time is the one I'm thinking about. I talk about Give Me a Break. I don't remember. I think One Day at a Time was the Valerie Bertinelli one, wasn't it? Yeah, they're pushing this, but they haven't told us anything about it. I guess you got to tune in and find out. Tuesday night, Bring 'Em Back Alive, a movie, Father Murphy, Gavilan, St. Elsewhere, Happy Days, Laverne and Shirley, Three's Company, Heart to Heart, 9 to 5. So great. All right, check this ad out. Linda Gray. It doesn't. Huh. All right. Yeah, these are two 80s stars. Not in Front of the Children. She's living with a man she loves. Now her ex-husband's revenge. Check out these posters. And mercifully, these are small because we got Hoff in a banana hammock bikini bottom. So mercifully for you all, you probably can't see Hoff in a bikini bottom. But if you send in $4, you can get that poster. So let me know if you want one. We got E.T., we got Rocky 3, we got Tanya, what's her name, from Beastmaster. And you could also get E.T. dressed up, E.T. in the woods. You could get Playboy Calendar 82, you could get Rick Springfield. Yeah, that's Tanya Roberts. Or you could get Valley Girl, I wonder what that is. Here's some more fun ads. The shows we know and love. Laverne's new job turns her into a UFO, unidentified flying oddball. But we know that would be fun. All right, here's some more. So Robert Urich is this Gavilan thing. Never heard of this one. He was in some show called Vegas, and of course he was Spencer for Hire, but I guess he was also in this. Got some girls with him though, so he's starting off on the right foot. It says it comes on at 8. Oh, here we go. Japanese gangsters stalk Robert Urich as he foils their attempts to steal an ancient samurai sword. Jeannie Mora. Yeah, no other names that I could call out there. Heart to Heart. Murder at the Alma Mater. After School Special. They make beautiful music together, but the competition could tear them apart. I think that's that guy. I'll try to look for it tomorrow at 3:30 or 4. On this show called Milwaukee Profiles, you can watch a segment that includes a walking tour of Milwaukee. Maybe you'll run into Laverne and Shirley. I think they tape that in Hollywood, obviously. All right, we'll look for the after-school special here. High school violinist Carlene Crockett and Lance Guest. I think we've seen Lance Guest, even if we don't recognize that name. The A-Team, 2 dudes with mustaches. I've said it before, but it seems like in the 80s, your news guys had to have mustaches if you were going to trust them. So you'd get a job at a news station, and they'd be like, "Dude, you got to grow a mustache. Come back in a couple weeks." Wednesday night, 7 Brides for 7 Brothers, Real People, Facts of Life, Family Ties, Quincy, Alice, Tucker's Witch, Tales of the Gold Monkey, Fall Guy. There's so much fun stuff. That's just one night in the 80s, and we just named a bunch of classics there. Here's that shock trauma movie. He fought the system so his patients would have a fighting chance. William Conrad. Great ad here for Alice. Great show. Probably a little bit underappreciated show. Look at this. What an awesome ad. Got him looking like James Bond. We got Marky Post hanging on him. We got looking like Heather Thomas, but it's probably not. It's probably some blonde. We'll try to see what the plot is this week. Wow, check out this ad. So great. So great that TV Guy would do all this, because this is artwork. I mean, it's very well rendered, probably like photo reference, but these are like artwork, original art that they did. The Fall Guy, second season of Stunts opens. So a lot of the shows seems like they're starting a little late in '82. Maybe there's like an actor strike or something. Opens in Rio de Janeiro. He doubles as a stunt double in a spy film, so that's why he was dressed up like that. Marky Post joins the cast. So I guess she wasn't on the first season of Fall Guy. Terry Shannon, Heather Thomas. You tuning in, you get to see the guys, because remember he had that partner. You get to see Heather Thomas and Marky Post. Man, we didn't know how good we had it in the 80s. Doug Barr, he was great too. Family ties. Alex is thinking marriage after an attractive college woman invites him to spend an intimate evening at her apartment. All right, looks like we're getting ready for Christmas time. That's a cool ad right there with all those TV Guide covers. All right, that was Wednesday night. Got some movie coming on HBO called First Monday in October. Walter Matthau, Jill Claiborne. I don't know if I want to see Walter Matthau in sexual situations, but that's just my preference. To each his own. Romance Theater, check that out. Maybe we'll try to see what that is. Is that like a soap opera or a local Wisconsin thing? I don't see it. It says 3:30, but I don't see it here. Oh, it doesn't have a write-up. Victoria Principal, she's coming on PM Magazine. She's bigger than Dallas, she sure is. All right, looks like Hill Street's coming on Thursday night. Magnum, Simon & Simon. Fame, Cheers, Taxi, Hill Street, Joni Loves Chachi, Star of the Family, Too Close for Comfort. Maybe Too Close for Comfort's the one I was always thinking of. I'll try to look for that. You guys got to help me out with some of these shows, man. I remember a lot of them, but not all of them. So here's Joni Loves Chachi. Here's Star of the Family with Brian Dennehy and some young gal. Oh, okay, Too Close for Comfort. Yeah, I never watched that. I think it was pretty well-liked comedy, though. Brother Dougie's making A's. Jeannie's making low C's. Will Dad stop her? High notes for homework. I mean, you got him as a dad. You know it's gonna be good. He's got all the charisma, man. Yeah, Brian Dennehy. It Takes Two. Sneak previews. They're going to review Halloween 3 and First Blood. That sounds fun to me. See what Siskel and Ebert have to say about those movies. All right. Gunsmoke. Is Matt Dillon a killer? Find out Thursday. Some movie coming on called Little Cigars with Angel Tompkins, Billy Curtis, Frank Delfino. All right, Friday in 1982. What's coming on? Boom. We got Benson. Yeah, these ads make it, man. It says, if you thought this was the Odd Couple, the new Odd Couple. I think I saw this on YouTube. Obviously, it didn't catch on. Damon Wilson from Sanford and Son. And my guy with the Jerry curl over there. Everybody had Jerry curls in the 80s, man. Look at this great ad right here. Ralph gets a message from an alien being. Probably trying to capitalize on like ET stuff, the ET craze, I'll bet. Which, hey, what's wrong with that? Dallas. What was that blonde girl's name? Joan Van Ark, is that her? Dukes of Hazzard, Dallas, Powers of Matthew Starr, Knight Rider, Remington Steele, Benson, The Odd Couple, Greatest American Hero, The Quest. I say a lot, but man, there's so much good stuff to choose from. On the Dukes of Hazzard, the arrival of Big Daddy Hog puts his son, Boss Hog, on his best behavior and gets the Duke off Boss's most wanted list until the General Lee is commandeered as a getaway car. Uh-oh, this is the Coy and Vance season. Coy and Vance. Alright. Oh, look at this fun ad. The Quest. Kind of sounds like a Cannonball Run type deal. I'll try to see who's in it. This could be a pretty bad drawing of Mary Lou Henner, but I'll try to see who's in it. All new comedy, I guess. Sounds fun, if it's like Cannonball Run type deal. Remington Steele. Alright, The Quest. Cody's former cohort steals a jeweled something crown but dies, leaving only one clue to his whereabouts. So I guess they all got to try to find it. Perry King, I think he's the guy from Riptide, I think. Lucille Benson, Tracy Reed. So yeah, I don't know who those females are. All right, Friday night. We got Night Flight coming on USA. Interviews with Steven Spielberg, Frank Zappa, Meatloaf, folk singer. Women in Jazz. Something called So You Think You Got Troubles. I don't see any other kind of music type or music video type shows, but this would have been the era. Yet Magical Musical Halloween. Okay, they got some good music on there though. Telling you, early 80s, it just had its own vibe. So we got Billy Joel, Devo, Tony Basil. She did that Oh Mickey song. Eddie Money. Alright. I don't see much else coming on late Friday night. Here is the crossword from 82. Gary Coleman's roles. You have to remember what his character's name was on Different Strokes. Here's Joan. From Britain's Bad Girl to Dynasty's Wickedest Woman. That's a great snapshot of the early 80s. We got Joan looking fat. We got our cigarettes over here ready to get smoked. We got a cool Dr. Pepper ad right here. Canadian Mist. Dude smoking, you know, we got alcohol, we got tobacco, we got cigarettes, we got chewing tobacco, we got it all, man. 20 questions before you get cable, that's fun. What does basic cable cost? What if you just want the pay channels? No dice. You must purchase basic cable to acquire any of the pay channels. Sounds cool. Alright, this one's falling apart here, but we got one more fun ad. I guess you could buy a denim jacket through the mail. Alright, 1982, October. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.